very pleasure to be here and then to share about my community with you. First of all, I want to use my own mother tongue to say hello to each other, to everyone. Java and Masanda, Leanne, the Dremedreman Curimudjuq Tjuvecekadan. So hi everyone, my name is Dremedreman Curimudjuq, and I'm from Taiwan, and it's a pleasure to meet you here and to share about a little bit the project I have done so far. And let me share the slides. First of all, actually, this slide shows a little bit about my background. I'm currently the director of the Tjuvecekadan youth sections and the director of Loita creative studios in my community. And now the most struggling things, I'm struggling with my PhD thesis. Actually, I bet some of you have the same situation like me, right? Jayo, say we keep going. And I'm a Taiwan people, one of the indigenous group in Taiwan. And on this slide, you can see most of the indigenous tribes, including the 16 government recognized tribes and also the planned indigenous tribes around Taiwan. So the total population of Taiwan is about 23 million in such a small island country. And the indigenous peoples, which is I mean here, the 16 recognized tribes only, the number is just about 580,000, which is less than 2% of the whole Taiwan population. We're pretty small groups actually. And one thing I would like to talk about is the distinguished things of Taiwan from the other tribes in Taiwan. Rather than following the gender hierarchy, within our community, we have the system based on the order of the birth. So the firstborn child, like me, I'm the firstborn child in my family, generally inherit the land and the family names and responsibilities. So I would like to show this concentric chart to talk about Taiwan, especially Tjuvecekadan social hierarchy. So social hierarchy plays very important role in my community. So this circle indicate the structure, society structure around the important families and members or ranks within our culture. So in the middle circle, which is the core chief family, Curimudjuq family, is the founder of the community. But each group, the core chief family is in charge with all the rituals, ceremonies, and the land and rivers. And then the core chief family is supported by the other chief families or important members like the traditional belief practitioners or warriors rank or the rest of the people in the community. So we are actually linked to each other. We rely on each other's. It's just because it's just the core family in charge mostly of the specific rituals and ceremonies. So next, just want to quickly talk about the moving history in my community, and which is caused like a big shift in my community. So we also have an impact about our traditional society and our culture, especially the invention and colonialization have been several impacts. One of the biggest one is the move from our traditional land here, Tjuvecekadan, which is we are what our ancestors lived here more than 400 years, and we moved to Juguangan and then the new Tjuvecekadan. So most of the young people, including me and my mother, we are all grow up in the new Tjuvecekadan community. So why we move is basically under the pressure of the warming down policy, and also the natural environmental disasters. So the government moved us from places to places. And now we are no longer one community. We are actually several villages combined with each other and to build up a new Tjuvecekadan community now. So basically we're all Taiwan, but still we're from different communities, different traditional land. There's a slightly differences between us. So I would like to talk about the current issues. Because of the big shift of moving history of my community, we actually need to, the social hierarchy or social traditional roles, we are actually need to fit in so-called the Taiwan political structure. So now the mayor of the community or the mayor of the town hall have more powerful influence in our community about policy making, all the regulations, how to manage the community. So what my family or other chief families can do is very minimum, very limited. And sometimes we need a permission from the government. So the weakening traditional social hierarchy system is the most serious issues in the Taiwan society and in my community. And of course, because we all live with each other, the culture is slightly different. So it will affect our traditional belief and rituals. And then most of the young people from my parents' generation, we left the community very early age, around, like me, I left the community around 5 or 6 with pursuing better education and work. So we have like a loose connection with the elders. So, and also from my parents' generation, they were banned by the Kuomintang KMT government to speak their own mother tongue. So the language barriers is very serious issue also. And because my old community, the Tjuvecekadan community, in 2009 was chosen by the Taiwanese government to be the potential World Heritage Site in Taiwan. So we're also facing overcrowding by tourists every weekend. And let's say less young people in the community to actually to support the community sustainability. These are the main issues that we're facing in the community. So what we done from 2010, this woman is the current chief, is my mother. She's very tough, very admire her, and her name is Curimudjuq. So she set up the Tjuvecekadan Cultural Association in 2010 to keep some autonomy of my community in the new community. And then also the association published 2 books. It's all about the history of the Tjuvecekadan history and culture. And then we also renovate 21 slave houses in the old communities to encourage the people of Tjuvecekadan community to go back to the old community to get close to our traditional land. And most but the least, my mom worked really hard to revive the traditional social hierarchy in the new Tjuvecekadan community. And luckily or unfortunately, I will be the next chief. So my mom actually passed on some responsibility to me, mostly focus on the youth. So 2016 to set up Tjuvecekadan Youth Action Group and organized several cultural events like workshops, field research, and cultural exchange with other Taiwan youth. And also one of the main things that we done from last year to co-organize with the National Pingdong University to organize the Taiwan Studies Conference, which is only one academic conference, I would say, and Taiwan only talk about Taiwan culture. So I'm in charge the community field research workshop and to invite people from the community, no matter you are from the academic background or you are the frontline working in the community, you're very welcome to join the research workshop, and then we will work together to publish papers. And lastly, also facilitate the youth interaction with community events. Why I think is to connect the youth with the cultural event is very important, because based on my growing up history, I actually didn't really have a chance to make friends in the community. And then I had a really bad relationship with my grandparents because I couldn't really speak Taiwan. So these are the current issues in Tjuvecekadan and among the young people. Lack of the knowledge about Taiwan culture because we left the community so young, and then the connection between the young people and the village is very loose, and also we can't really speak our mother tongue because during our educational system, there's a very tiny opportunities for Indigenous students to learn their own mother tongue in the school. So in fact, our identity crisis is sometimes we will ask ourselves where we from and where we belong. So this is the current issues still in Tjuvecekadan. So now I would like to focus on these two actions, these two projects. One is the Tjuvecekadan Youth set up this project in 2016 to present, and now we focus on the young people between 10 to 18. It's like before young people going to university. So mostly the activity we do is to do the trust building and the identity shaping, because we live in this kind of multicultural communities now. To learn about where you're from is very important, and also to build up the sense of belonging. And then for the young people over 18, we will encourage them to join the projects of Huija Studios, which is also based in my communities. And for this Huija Studios, we work with different organizations like universities, museums, or different artists from different tribes. We're doing the research skill training and practices, communication skill training, and also do the project management training. So we hope the elder youth can go back to Tjuvecekadan Youth Project here to help out, to maintain, to run the Tjuvecekadan Youth Action plans, to help out the younger, even younger generation can to work together, and then we can help each other. Is that we have friends that build up like the connections between the young people. And this is the main outcomes. I just put 3, but mostly it's lots of like different workshops. So first of all, we joined the project, the community newspapers. We do film workshop. We do creative writing to explore the issues, what happened in the communities. And we do activities with the elders. We work with the healthcare center in my community. So we put the young kids with the elders together to learn the traditional songs, to get help them to get closer to each other. And then we also do several youth discussions to really know each other's and to feel to share each other's feelings. So of course we have we have like a good friendship and partnership. We're getting close to the community, and then we also help out the young people to develop their interest. But what's challenging during this project? Here I put the lack of financial support, because this, first of all, we started in 2016 because I wrote a project by supported by the Ministry of Culture. But after that, we need to run by ourselves. So we're still struggling so far to support these actions to run. And then the second one is the roles restrictions, especially me. It's like being a member of the Chi family is not always helpful. It's like you're gonna face different, how to say, how other people think about why you want to do it. And you're from the Chi family. Is it you're gonna build up your own army or what? It's like lots of different ideas about me. So it also will affect the young people who join this project. So now I'm kind of like step back, like support the young people to run the youth action projects now, because I really don't want them to get affected because of me. Yeah. Another one I would like to talk about the outcomes of Huijia creators. First of all is the Paiwan Studies Conference. And we started to work with National Pingtung University since 2021. Yeah, 2021. And this project is actually between my community, National Pingtung University, and the Taidong Prehistory Museum. And they run the Paiwan Study Conference every 2 years. So before the conference, and they will organize an event called Paiwan Studies Forum. So this year we are going to do Paiwan Studies Forum, and next year we will do the conference. What we prepare for the forum is the Prehistory Museum and the National Pingtung University. They will choose a Paiwan community to organize 1 month long field research workshop. That's like a class. So they will work with the local organization. For example, this time is with my community, with my studios. So we organize the field research workshops for 1 month, and then to encourage the young people, even the healthcare or the elementary school teachers, anyone who want to talk about their cultures, their family, they want to do their family history, all welcome to come to the workshop. And then we will do the topic that the participant interested together, and then we share the basic skill of field research. And then between my studio and the National Pingtung University and the Prehistory Museum, we will form as a tutorial team to support the participants to do their field research after the workshop. So it's basically, I would say it's like, it's not only 1 month long workshop, it's actually 6 months long. And after we help out the participant finish their little thesis, is around 5,000 words till 8,000 words. And then we will encourage them to present in Taiwan Studies Forum, which is we will do in this October, end of October this year. So after the forum, we will still work with the participant if they would like to expand their topics, and then to make it like academic paper. So we will work with them another year and to help them to apply the Taiwan Studies Conference next year. This is how we run the Taiwan Studies Conference together. And then another thing is, I mentioned earlier, it's really difficult to maintain the Youth Action Plan project. So with Huijia Creative Studio, we do product designs. We work with the local artists and to create like products. And then the incomes that we got is mainly to support the Youth Action Plan, and also the studios and the artists. And the next one that our studio do is to expand our connections with our international groups. So for the past 2 years, we are very close with the Maori group in Auckland. So for the past, well, I think started before the COVID actually. The Maori group from Auckland visited my community in 2018-19, and also 2020. Yeah, 3 years. So we are thinking to do lots of international Indigenous youth culture exchange, to share the experience, share the personal stories, and share the cultures with each other's communities. And then what we gain for this projects from the studios, actually good teamwork between the young people, the vibe, and to develop more research topics. So it's help us to preserve more history knowledge, more specific cultures about my communities. And also we have more connections to learn with each other's experiences. But still, my role is really really challenging. So so I mainly only be the, how to say, the spokeswoman, and then give away all the decision making to the young people, and then sit down with them to talk with each other. And of course, there's another challenging things between the young members is the balance of the work and study time, because they are not always in the communities. They are in other cities and study in the university or work in different cities. So to get together to discuss is very challenging. But I think with the Taiwan Studies Conference, that the studio do from last year, we actually get back the feelings to work together again, because business sides need to spend lots of time to discuss and to develop the research process. And because of the time limit, I think I will stop here. And then if I didn't really explain it well on any point, please feel free to ask me any questions. And thanks again for this opportunity to be here to share my communities and the issues and the projects that we have done in my community. Thank you. Masalu.